Alright, so after a fair bit of off-screening, I actually went clean to Act 5. Um, I got myself honorific boots because they have the lowest strength requirement out of anything in the game. Gave it a lot of flat strength, and I'm going to eventually work on getting flat energy for obviously a bigger pool of mana. Yeah, get rid of that. So I've been farming fair bit of grubbers off screen too. This should be tier 6, but I forgot to do that. And I'm not really worried about it. I can just go back and do that later. This is only tier 2 because sashes or belts can never have more than 2 sockets. And with Tiefling form dragging my defense to 0, there's no point in tier upgrading it any higher. And this stuff's only tier 3, although eventually I will tier upgrade that. So I'm just going to very briefly show off killing off Mephisto and Diablo. Now, here I'm using Devouring Cloud just out of habit, really. Because even though my mana regen is a lot better now, and I can actually cast this a little more than, like, 5 times before I run out. Like, right here, there are a fair bit of magic immunes, so you'd better have some way of dealing with them. Obviously everyone knows I went with Devouring Cloud just because it's an O skill, and it's a little bit easier on your skill point budget. I also put some points into Psionic Scream and Blink just for less cooldown. Because I don't have anything better to invest in at the moment. Although once I get some plus X to max skill levels, that'll have to change. And I'll work on getting some reanimates too. They don't have to be good reanimates. I just want them to be I just want reanimates of any variety, just to take a hit or two. Because even 1 or 2 hits will help this build immensely. Because again, 0 defense. And I did get a suggestion to just use Shuriken Flurry instead of Psystorm. But, like, that does... Like, I'll consider doing that if it gets to a point where Psionic Storm doesn't do enough, or it costs too much mana. I'll consider changing into that if nobody has a problem with it. But for right now, given I actually have some decent mana regen gear, I think I'll keep this because I kind of like the theme of this build at the moment. So that's Mephisto there, and I should make a point of Act 4 because Act 4 can be a little tricky. Okay, I'm just gonna work backwards. Actually, start here. When you encounter the Hellcat enemies, they will block all ranged attacks and spells, so it's actually pretty irritating to deal with them. Basically, what I do is try to get a full screen away and spam Devouring Cloud or Psystorm on them. And as for these Flits and Serendeshes, as you can see, Devouring Cloud just decimates them. Oh, here we go. I'm going to prove how the Hellcats are annoying. And yeah, that's pretty much the only way to deal with them. Oops, I did not mean to drink that potion. Now, if you're going to build a magic caster and you're going through this area, every single one of the Soul Flayers, incarnations, and those things, they're all immune to magic at all times. So, even more so than in the Durance of Hate, you better have something to deal with magic immunes. Thank God Devouring Cloud seems to be good enough for right now. I say for right now because that may change later on. When I get to Terror difficulty. But by then, I'm going to want to try and farm amulets. Or get a magical amulet. Not a rare, just a magical amulet with more Devouring Cloud. And I'm going to want more FCR later on, too. So yeah, I'm not even bothering using anything other than Devouring Cloud because there's so many magic immunes throughout this place that it would be foolish to do that. And as you can see, I kill fast enough with Plague. Now, I know for a fact that the Curse Doom lowers magic resistance, but here's the thing everybody needs to realize about Doom, is that it will lower resistances and break immunities, but because, and this is the way it was in Vanilla T2 as well, if something is to break immunity, then that will only work, I think it's 1/5 of its total effectiveness. So, like here, if this were to break a magic immunity, it would only end up lowering magic resistance by 2%. So, a magic immune would still have, in this particular example, 98% magic resistance. And there's no minus enemy magic resistance modifiers. Unlike Poison, which does have enough minus X enemy resistance to go around. Go around, go around. It's so fun to go around. And Void Archons. Yeah, there we go. That's why I invested hard points in Psionic Scream, just to lower the spell timer or cooldown. Although, as I invest more hard points in Psystorm, I'll have more cooldown anyway, so I still wish, I know it's been some time since I first said this, but I'm going to say it again. I still don't like that Psystorm can't be put as a right mouse button, or a left mouse button attack. Oh. Yeah, right as soon as they spawned. Oh, and, let's see. Energy, of course. And with, as you can see, with maxed energy, Psionic Storm actually does a lot more damage now than, Devouring Cloud. And you can see it pretty much one-shots stuff now. Except for them. Okay. Come on. There we go. And that those reanimates there are part of the reason I have a Staff of Roses. Oh wait, I can Psionic Storm these guys to death. And to the place where that used to spawn Infector of Souls, which would quite often kill warrior class runs through this place. If it spawned with Stone Skin and became immune to physical, that would kill off most runs. And I'm gonna spam Devouring Cloud because the Balrogs are immune to magic, which is no good. And this fight, if you have enough fire resistance, you should be able to tank this well enough. Just watch out for anything he summons, and watch out for Flame Strike. And watch out for them bastards that, the fuckbloods, as I call them. I've always hated them bastards, ever since I first played Median back in, the middle of 2016. And Diablo's dead. Okay. There's a good old Zealot Rush. Which normally I love Zealot Rush, but not really for this build. So anyway, Act 5. Why am I walking? There's no reason for me to walk. And these things I remember being pretty problematic with, I think the Pounce On and the Necro Summoner. Come on. Now, I have to ask, and this is because I thought about this last night when I was off screening this character. I know that all of your summons, I know that all character summons suffer resistance penalties, and enemy monsters gain resistances when you go through to like terror and destruction difficulty. Does the minion penalty also apply to your own reanimates? Because I'm curious to know this answer. And furthermore, and if not, would that mean then that that your reanimates would actually gain resistances as you go to like terror and destruction? I wouldn't think that would be the case, because that would seem to make it a bit easier. I don't know, but I'm kind of curious as to how the mechanics of reanimates work. I only know how they work very, very briefly. Oh yeah, immune to magic. You need to be Devouring Cloud. Or you need to be killed with Devouring Cloud. And you have no idea how happy I am that Psystorm has unlimited piercing power. I mean, not that it wouldn't, because, you know, it's clearly going to affect everything in its radius. Still. Now, if I think an XVI, now, don't quote me on this, I think it actually just activated immediately. There wasn't like a half-second delay beforehand. So I think it might have been even stronger before. Or, well, maybe not stronger, but, like, you used to be able to throw it out quicker. So anyway, and I see the waypoints up here. Okay, come on. There we go. Now, I pointed this out in the Boazon playthrough, but I'll repeat it here because I've gotten a ton of new viewers and subscribers since then. But if you have something like a Static Frenzy or Tiefling form, something that drops your total character defense to 0, and you have minus defense, enemies do not have a greater chance to hit you. The game just looks at it as if you have 0 defense. And plus, that was a good, I think, like 7 or 8 playthroughs ago. And that was the last one I did in XVI. I know I've mentioned before that if 2017 hadn't come out as I was doing that playthrough, I probably would have kept that one going for a while longer. I might have even done Duncraig and Yashari Sanctum and such with it, or at least tried to. Okay, Death Plague Bearer, or whatever you're called. Enough of your flame front. Okay. Excellent. Oh god. Get the hell away. Oh god, get away from the shower of rocks. I most certainly don't need SOR killing me. And yes, I realize I shouldn't be so anal about which potions I use, but whatever. For fuck's sake. Gamma Field is really OP. Oh, yeah. And, what the hell, I may as well rescue Anya. You, Anya, at least you give me, at least your 10%, increase to all resistances actually applies permanently in this version. Unlike, Vanilla D2, which has that weird bug. Just, if for those of you who don't know what I'm talking about, just Google search, Anya resistance bug or something like that. You should be able to find it. Now, I know some of you are, well, are probably thinking, if I want an amulet with Devouring Cloud, why won't I pick up that why don't I just blink to that amulet and pick it up? Reason being is because, basically, like Vanilla D2, certain modifiers can only spawn on high-level items. And Devouring Cloud, according to the documents, affix page, I have to get an amulet with an item level of 72 or higher, in between 72 or 99, for it to even have a chance to spawn Devouring Cloud. Oh shoot, I don't even have my D2 stats on. Hold on, give me 1 second. I need to learn to do this before actually starting recording segments. Yeah, 37. Wait, really? This is only a level 37 area? Okay, I did not think it was that low. Whatever, the point is, it has to be higher than that in order for Devouring Cloud to appear. I will say the Halls of Pain are a great place to get amulets. And so is Kuras 3000 if you can farm it, which I don't know if it's just me, but I feel like they made Kuras 3000 easier since XVI. Or maybe it's just because I've learned how to get good, learned how to do it well. Okay. So I'm gonna Devouring Cloud stuff and try to let my reanimates fall, tank for me, because I know the Seraphines are just gonna hop on my ass as soon as I'm over there. Try to get reanimates as close to there as possible. Okay. 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 Alright, so before I actually talk to Mala and get my beautiful reward, I will actually attempt to do a little bit of leveling in Island of the Sunless Sea. Just enough to get to level 50. And if you paid any attention to my previous playthroughs, you know what will be coming once I hit level 50. Now, if I remember correctly, I'm pretty sure every single monster in Columngrad is magic immune. So, once I get there, that might be a problem if Devouring Cloud is not strong enough to take everything. I mean, if it is, then obviously I'm not worried about it. And Island of the Sunless Sea.
Your curiosity will be the death of you.
I might need more spell damage for this place. I'll throw up a portal real... Actually, I don't even need to collect my corpse. That was kind of pointless, but... Psionic Scream. That might be a bit of a problem. I might just come back. Yeah, I shouldn't have done that. Fuck it, I'll just come back there a little later then. What the hell, I guess I'll kill Neelathok. I could always do level challenge 1 right now. But I like waiting till I'm level 50 even, just so I can immediately benefit. Are you immune to lightning or... Fuck, you're immune to magic. There we go. Good God. And I know there's a lot of magic immunes here. Or maybe there's not. Maybe it's just the Razor Fur Titans. Speaking of Razor Fur Titans and not being able to fucking move because of stun locking bullshit, I'm gonna have to optimize my FCR to hit minimum number of frames for hit recovery and for casting. And I'll do that once I get some charms in my possession. Fuck off. Yeah, I was right. These guys do have, there were a lot of magic immunes here. And there's what used to be the go kill yourself aura. I know it's thorns, but I don't really give a fuck. That would fucking instant kill you in XVI if you hit him with a melee attack. Just fucking fatal for Act 5 mercenaries. Okay, they're immune to lightning. I can never remember if those ones are immune to lightning or fire. Or lightning or magic, I mean. And... Now, my question is, where the fuck are the storm shamans? They're spamming a fairy ring. Just stand back. Goodbye. Oh, yeah. I don't like how many hits I'm not digging how many hits it takes to actually kill them with Devouring Cloud. I might have to do something else. I mean, I could always do that, but that's not gonna work for the Lantern Archons. Yes, I'm clearly thinking about how I'm going to do Columngrad right now. And I know the Zakroom's avatar is magic immune. Die. I need to learn to use Psionic Scream more often. I'm glad I no longer have to wait till I complete the Black Road challenge to get that. But not that I'm going to use the Black Road skill that I have now. Obliterate was good as a level 1 skill, or whatever it used to be, but certainly not a level 90. Okay. By that point, you know, what's the point? Come on. And there's Neelathok's stupid Nova. Hey, motherfucker. Not so badass now, are you, boy? Oh. Come on. Come on, where the fuck did you go? Oh, where in the fuck did he go? There you are, you little asshole. Oh, wait. Okay, hold on 1 second. Okay. Kill this fuck ass. Get him out of here. I am glad that now I'm at a point where Psionic Storm just insta-gibs everything he summons. I like this pattern. Oh god, get away. From his own version of Rathma's Chosen there. And I will say, at least, there we go. Fuck you, Neelathok. You were an asshole. Okay. So, you know what? Yeah. And this segment's gone on long enough, so first thing next video will be level challenge 1, and then probably Bail and possibly the Aeneid challenge 2. Look forward to that.